Hey y'all, Robbie Falk here. Quick little emergency talking dogs for you guys from the visiting radio booth here at Dick Howser Stadium. It is currently midnight at Florida State. I think I'm one of the only people left here, but there's been so much craziness going on. We just recorded a TNL if you guys want to listen to Thunder and Lightning. Mississippi State's season ended here at Dick Howser probably about an hour and a half ago, maybe 2 hours. I can't remember exactly when it happened. We went and talked to Justin Parker and Carson Ligon after the Bulldogs lost 5-2 to Florida State to have their season come to an end. And then we broke the news about 30 minutes to an hour later. Brian O'Connor is your new head coach at Mississippi State. We have reported on this for the last few weeks that Brian O'Connor was the top target. Earlier this week, we told you that Brian O'Connor was aiming to be the next head coach at Mississippi State. All things were pointing in that direction. We're waiting for official news, and that official news comes almost immediately after Mississippi State's season comes to an end. Unfortunate that this had to happen, all this news and things happening as the season is still going on, and right after the season ends, this happens. And I totally get that. Understand the frustrations of Justin Parker and this team and all the people around the program that didn't get a chance to really have some finality to this and all that is kind of thrown on them. But you got to understand that the portal opens on Monday. These players are going to be looking around to get in the portal. The coaching staff has got to go out there and find players to come to Mississippi State. It's just it's a strange time in college athletics, and there are no hard set playbooks out there to take care of this, so it just had to happen. But bottom line is, this is kind of a short-term issue for Mississippi State. The bottom line is you hired one of the best coaches in college baseball from a resume's perspective. And if you talk to the players that's played under him, if you talk to other coaches around the country, this guy's one of the best. He's the only coach in the ACC that's won a national championship since 1955. That is just an incredible thought to think about. He's been to 2 national championship series, 7 College World Series. Virginia had virtually no history before he arrived there. He has set the standard for Virginia baseball. Virginia baseball doesn't exist in its current form without Brian O'Connor. Mississippi State hired the best coach from a resume perspective in the history of the school. Doesn't matter the sport, doesn't matter if it's baseball, basketball, whatever. This is the best coach they've ever hired from an accomplishment, a resume standpoint. This is a statement hire from Zach Selman. This is a resume hire for him to go out there and get this kind of guy to lead its baseball program. And that's I thought that said a lot about what Mississippi State plans to do with its baseball program. A lot of people have said, well, Zach Selman's not a baseball guy. He doesn't understand what baseball means to Mississippi State fans. He does. He absolutely understands. He might not be a baseball guy. I think he wants to win in any sport that he has, and he has an opportunity here to elevate Mississippi State baseball to a point that it's never been, and they've been missing the mark for the last 4 seasons. So Selman and company said, let's invest in it. Let's bring it to a place that it's never been. And they got a chance to do that. They won a national championship in 2021. They've shown that they can win titles here at Mississippi State. And now they have a chance to do it with a new coach and hopefully do it on a more consistent basis here with Brian O'Connor. So huge hire for the Bulldogs here. He will bring his top assistant, his associate head coach, Kevin McMullen, who is one of the top assistants in the game, in my opinion. He's the hitting coach there. He's recruited very well. He's a great developer, a great teacher of the game. Virginia always has a great offense, and he's going to bring that offense now to Starkville. And basically bringing his entire staff, with the exception of Coach Dickinson that's there as well, the pitching coach. He is going to bring his own pitching coach. At this time, we've reported we expect Mississippi State, unless something falls through at the last minute, we expect Mississippi State to hire Wake Forest pitching coach Corey Mascara, who is currently, they are playing in a regional, so their season is not complete. But at the conclusion of that regional, I expect Corey Mascara to be Mississippi State's new pitching coach. That means that Mississippi State will move on from its current staff, and we certainly wish the best for Justin Parker, for Jake Gotro, Cal Cheesebro, Roger Roadhaver, Blake Loper, all those guys that have been here for so long at Mississippi State and done so many good things for this program. Wish them the best. They're going to land on their feet. They're going to land in a program they have done a great job here, and we wish them the best, especially this season, to be able to corral this team, pull them together, and get them to a regional. That's huge, and that I know State fans certainly appreciate their efforts for sure. But this is a monumental hire for Mississippi State. We'll see if it works out in the long run. It's hard to believe it won't with the resources that they put in and the fact that this guy has done what he's done at Virginia. It's just really hard to imagine it not working for Mississippi State. But, sometimes there's not fits. And until they get out there and play games, we don't know how that's going to work out. So I fully expect this to be one that comes to fruition and Mississippi State to be really successful under Brian O'Connor. 7 p.m. on Thursday night at Dude Noble Field, they will have the introduction of Brian O'Connor as the next head coach for Mississippi State officially. And I'm sure starting tomorrow, he is going to be in the office working and trying to get Mississippi State's roster together for next season. We have no idea what's going to happen with this roster. I don't know who's going to leave this team in the next few days. They certainly are going to want to keep some players. You look at this roster, and we've been told from Mississippi State officials, Noah Sullivan has a year left. I'm not really sure how that works for him, but he does. That's someone you certainly want to keep, who is a veteran leader, who it can be a huge part of your lineup and even pitch for you. Garrick Fry has another year left. If he is interested in coming back for another season, that's one piece that you want. And then the giant elephant in the room is All-SEC third baseman Ace Reese, who hit 21 home runs this year. You certainly want to keep him in your lineup. And then you have some of these pitchers. You look at the young pitchers, Ryan McPherson and Charlie Foster and Luke Dotson you would like to have return. There's a lot of guys that have done some good things for Mississippi State on the mound that you really would like to come back. You don't want this roster to clear out. There's some talent on this team that you can really work with, and so I'm sure those conversations will be had, and we'll follow this over the next few days with our transfer portal tracker, but that's coming also. But for those that have followed this search, you saw our coverage on this that we might have wavered a little bit, and that happens at times during the search. But for the most part, we told you on the first or second day of this search that Brian O'Connor was emerging as a legit candidate for Mississippi State. And we were consistent in that. And for those that followed that, I believe that you saw that. So if you want to be a part of our community, come check us out at Maroon and White Daily. We'd love to have you. We have a great community of fans. Those fans were following the plane that was going to get Brian O'Connor during the game. I wasn't able to do that because I was covering this baseball game. That's the kind of rabid fans we have on our site, and we would love to have you come join us, the family that we have over there at Maroon and White Daily. Just a really fun atmosphere of people that absolutely love Mississippi State baseball. They have eaten up this coaching search. They're absolutely pumped for the hire of Brian O'Connor. And I think you guys would love to become members with us over there and be a part of that community. So come check us out and see what we have going on there. I'm not going to really dive into this game because I think it's just kind of getting lost in this whole thing. But Mississippi State falls 5-2 tonight to Florida State to end the season. 36-23, I think, season, which all things considered, when you look in the middle of the season, the state has the worst start to an SEC schedule in school history. This was amazing for this team to kind of pull together and find a way. So you have to give this team credit, but it's time for a new start at Mississippi State. These people are tired of being mediocre, tired of losing. And Mississippi State should not be coming to Florida State to regionals. All due respect to Florida State, they've done some great things here, and this is the most storied program in college baseball that hasn't won a national title. But Mississippi State is above coming to regionals across the country. Duty Noble Field right now is lit up for Brian O'Connor to see whenever he flew over it, but there's nobody in it, and that's a problem. Mississippi State should not be turning the lights off and not playing baseball at Duty Noble Field in regionals and super regionals. You shouldn't have a June where you don't have baseball inside Dude Noble. And that's Zach Selman's kind of fed up with it. So that's what Brian O'Connor's here to do. He's here to host regionals at Mississippi State, super regionals, and send Mississippi State to Omaha and win national titles. And that's what Joey Bailey and Zach Selman and that staff, Josh McCowan, that's what they did here in this search. They went and got the best possible coach I think that they could hire. There might be better coaches out there. There might be more successful coaches right now. There might be younger, more energetic coaches, whatever. But this is the guy that they circled on day one of the search, and they went and got him, and you have to commend this administration for going to do that. So we'll see what happens from there. So transfer portal stuff coming your way this week. Paul Jones has full coverage from Top Dog Camp that came, and also official visits if you've been following. We have a loaded website right now. Paul Jones and myself are the only two people on that site, but I can promise you we are busting our butts to bring you coverage of Mississippi State the best possible way that we can. There might be people that write more stories. There might be people that have bigger staffs, but there's nobody that's working harder for you than Paul Jones and myself. So come check us out, give us a shot, and we would sure appreciate it. All right, guys, I'm about to get back to the hotel, do some more writing. Tomorrow I'm going to be on the road heading back to Mississippi, and we're going to start the whole process of preparing to talk to Brian O'Connor, getting his thoughts on coming to Mississippi State and all that. Tons of coverage coming your way in the next few days for Mississippi State baseball. This is an exciting time for you guys. I'm excited for you that you're about to have a winner like Brian O'Connor leading this program. There aren't many people out there that have won like he has, taken over a program at Virginia that had never really won before, and he made him a national champion. What can he do with resources? That's what we're about to find out. So really excited for you guys. Mississippi State baseball is just about to bust at the seams from excitement from this fan base. I know you guys are pumped. So get some sleep. Enjoy the week. See you at Diddy Noble Field on Thursday for a really exciting time in Mississippi State history. Other than that, catch you down the road.